Group 1, all right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Healis. You're here today for first appearance. Before court today, I already reviewed the paperwork and probable cause affidavits in your case. I have already decided whether there was probable cause for your arrest. If I find there was no probable cause, you will be released today. That does not mean that your case is dismissed. It just means that the law enforcement officer did not give me what I needed in order to find probable cause. You will need to come back to court another day. If I found probable cause, I will then ask you some questions to determine whether your bond will stay the same, be increased, decreased, or whether you will have any bond conditions assessed against you. Please only answer the questions that I'm asking you. They are designed not to violate your right to remain silent, and formatted not to get you into any more trouble. You have the right to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the public defender's office for you today. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yes? Yes. Thank you. As I call your name, please come forward. Timothy Kiefer.
I don't have one on Sawinski.
Right.
Do you have a two on Sawinski?
Mr. Kiefer, what's your date of birth?
7/16/92.
Okay, you were here today for a misdemeanor violation of probation. It's based on a warrant that I signed on March 2nd. If you want to resolve your case today, probation is looking for 30 days in jail. We'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. Is that something you'd like to do?
Do what?
Would you like to resolve your case today for 30 days in the Hernando County Jail and give you credit for the 2 days that you have in?
Keeper.
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, that you're giving up right to have a hearing?
I probably don't want to do that now.
You want to have a hearing?
Yeah.
We will go ahead and, do you want the public defender to represent you at that hearing?
Yeah, I also have a question too, so that means I'll pretty much stay here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want the public defender? Yes?
I'll just take the 30 days in, and if I'm going to be here either way, I might as well stay here.
Okay, do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up your right to have a hearing?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up your right to have the state attorney's office prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
With regard to the violation of probation on this possession of paraphernalia charge in 2019 MM819, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes.
I accept your admission. I find this freely and voluntarily entered. I revoke and terminate your probation. Adjudicate you guilty, send you to 30 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution and the cost of incarceration assessed against you, and you can make payment arrangements for those when you get out of jail, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Tyler Beal. Can I have your date of birth?
0200897.
All right. You are here today for possession of methamphetamine and possession of paraphernalia and a grand theft. There's probable cause for each of those. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, sir, I'll appoint the public defender's office in both of your cases. I do see that you have a pending charge here of driving on a suspended driver's license in front of Judge Hisman on June 22nd. There's probable cause to believe that you were out on bond when you committed that offense. As such, I'm going to recommit you on the 20 CT 637. Right now, that's set for June 26th, but if there's any way to resolve that sooner, we'll see if we can get you in sooner. Do you have a public defender on that case?
No, ma'am.
Do you want the public defender on that case?
Yes.
I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender on the CT 637 case. Your bond amounts on these cases are going to stay the same, and you have a court date on June 1st at 1:30.
Okay.
Thank you. Jacob Jericho.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
April 17th, born in 1990, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Jericho, you were here today for a domestic battery, the victim being your brother Robert. There's probable cause for your arrest, and you also have a petty theft. There's probable cause for that as well. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead and do that. And then, is there any criminal history?
Yes, Your Honor, and he was released from DOC in 2016. He also has multiple felony batteries where they were already second or subsequent offenses, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He was a juvenile.
Okay.
Also an assault.
Is there any way that I can get a bond today, or?
Sir, I don't have an address for you. Where do you live?
Right now I got a job outside, and I just got it, and it was a good job. I was going to get me a place. I don't got one right now.
Okay, so you don't have a place to live and no job, right?
I have a job, but I just got to get to it.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
I work at Path Landscaping.
Okay.
I was wanting to see if I can get OR so I can go to work tomorrow.
Okay, did you hear anything that I said at the beginning?
No, ma'am. You said that you found probable cause.
Okay, I mean at the beginning when you all just sat down. All right, just pay attention, okay? I'm going to order that you have no contact with Robert. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not go within 500 feet of where he lives, works, goes to school, or his vehicle. No social media, electronic contact with him at all. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today, pursuant to statute. It's a domestic battery, so pursuant to statute, you cannot get ROR'd on that, so you're not going to get an ROR today. Based on your prior record and having been released from prison in 2016, you're not going to get ROR'd either. So, let's see. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 on the domestic battery, and the petty theft will stay the same at $1,000. And we're going to see you back to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m. If you have any contact with your brother Robert while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Brian Carpenter? Can I have your date of birth?
3/14/1990.
All right, Mr. Carpenter, you are here today for a domestic battery. I did not find probable cause for your arrest. Specifically, in the probable cause affidavit, there was no evidence that anything was done against the will of the victim pursuant to Florida Statute 784.03. As such, you're going to be released today, ROR. You do have to come back to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m. And in the meantime, as a condition of your ROR, you'd have no violent contact with Nina Wilson. Do you understand that? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
Okay. When's your court date?
My court date?
Yes.
June 4th.
June 3rd.
Sorry.
If you're coming on June 4th, you're going to be in big trouble.
No, I understand.
Okay, and you're at the Sarasota Street address in Brooksville?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. We'll see you back to court June 3rd.
Thank you, ma'am.
Timothy Davis? Can I have your date of birth?
4/21/67.
You are here today for a violation of an injunction. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
I have to have, yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender. Right, stop. Only answer the questions that I'm asking you. So stop right there. I'm going to ask the state attorney a question, and you don't say anything. Any criminal history?
Yes, Your Honor. He was in DOC in 2018. He must have been released sometime in 2019. He has multiple misdemeanors for like paraphernalia, and then there's a resisting without violence in 2018. There's a felony battery in 2018. Were misdemeanors. He also was released from DOC in 2004. I believe there was another DOC released from DOC in 2000. That was due to an aggravated fleeing or attempting to elude police. And a lot of it is out of Pinella, so it doesn't look like he has, I don't know what his ties to this community are.
Okay.
Ag bat with a deadly weapon in 95.
All right, Mr. Davis, I have an address for you on Thrasher Ave in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how long have you lived there? How long have you lived there?
About 5 years.
Do you have a job?
Well, I do have a job, yes, but I also get Social Security income.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm clearing my property, ma'am. I'm trying to put in a campground on my property on 17 acres.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Frank Roach. There is still an injunction in place indicating that you are not to go near him or have any contact with him. And I'm going to tell you that again today. You have a court date on June 3rd at 9 a.m. We'll see you back to court then.
Ma'am, I have no way of getting $5,000 bond. Can I have ORO? ORO?
No, sir.
Okay.
Judge, while we have a little bit of a break here, did you receive the forwarded email from Judge Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
I spoke to her yesterday.
I figured you probably had. I just wanted to send that along. I got that from the state attorney in Duval. Out of county. We were busy. Of course, that's Chris.
Okay, we're all set with group 2?
Probably wouldn't be anything.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Healis. You're here today for first appearance. Before court today, I have already read through the probable cause affidavits in your case. I have already determined whether there is probable cause for your arrest or not. If I determine there was not probable cause, you will be released today. That does not mean that your case is dismissed. That just means that the law enforcement officer did not give me what I needed in order to find probable cause, and you will need to come back to court another day. If I found probable cause, I will then ask you some questions to determine whether your bond will stay the same, increase, decrease, or whether you have any other bond conditions assessed against you. Please only answer the questions that I'm asking you here today. They are designed not to get you into any more trouble and designed not to violate your right to remain silent. If you cannot afford to have an attorney represent you, I will appoint the public defender's office for you today. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Very good. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Robert Jericho. Mr. Jericho, can I have your date of birth?
1/8/86.
You were here today for a domestic battery with regards to your brother Jacob. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Since the thing. I was
Okay,
told
we're
that.
not here for an argument. I read the probable cause affidavit. I know what happened. At this time, I find probable cause for a battery against you and one's committed by you. It's up to your attorney and the state attorney's office to work out anything else. We're not here for argument today. What I want to know is, do you want the public defender's office to represent you and help you with this case?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'm now going to ask the state attorney's office if you have a prior criminal history.
We did not
No.
receive the history we usually have, and based on CSIS, it looks like just maybe some dropped charges
Okay.
that are old.
All right. Mr. Jericho, I have an address here on Malvern Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
A year and a half now.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am. I'm in the process of getting disability, but the offices are closed because of the coronavirus.
Okay. All right. I need to order that you have no contact with Jacob at this time. Don't go near him. Don't talk to him. Don't go within 500 feet of his residence, school, employment, vehicle. No social media, technological contact, or third-party contact with him at all. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case there's any civil paperwork that needs to be served upon you. But at this time, I'll set your bond at $100, and we'll see you back to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
Thanks. Blake Campbell? Can I have your date of birth?
11/17/89.
Okay, you are here today for a DUI and a refusal. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
I'll get an attorney.
Okay, do you know who you're going to hire?
Not off the top of my hand, I have a couple people though.
Okay. All right, I have the driving record. It's showing one prior DUI. Is there any other criminal history? No, I'm not asking you. Not asking you.
I'm sorry.
I'm not seeing paperwork for him, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Sir, I have an address here on Sherman Drive in Hudson. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
For 5 years.
Do you have a job?
2.
What kind of work do you do?
Landscape.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $500 each. We'll see you back to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
Brian Ormsby? Can I have your date of birth?
11/19/85.
Okay, you are here today for a commercial burglary with over $1,000 in damage. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yep.
Want the public defender's office state any other criminal history?
Yes, there's battery on an officer or firefighter in 2018. That was in Hernando County. There's a possession of controlled substance in 2018. Some dropped possession in 2018. No valid DO. Nothing else.
All right, I have an address here, Maple Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 3-4 years now.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I work on the Sherman boat.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep your bond up at $2,000. I'm going to see you back to court on June 1st at 1:30.
Uh-huh.
DeBera Barnett? Oh, no, that's group 3. Do we have group 3?
Yeah, ma'am. We have everything.
Oh, all right. Cool. morning. Can I have your date of birth?
2465.
All right. You are here today for an assault on a person over the age, battery on a person over the age of 65. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you, ma'am?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I need to order that you have no contact with Wendell Barnett.
Okay, no problem. I'm
Yeah.
going to the Dawn Center anyways when I get out. It uses me too.
Oh, okay. Well, the problem that we're having here is that you have a pending felony petty theft in 2020 CF 473. You were out on bond on that offense. So I'm going to recommit you on that. I'm going to revoke your bond, and you're going to be held in custody until you appear in court on June 9th on that case.
I got to be in court in Lake Butler on the PTI the 8th.
Okay. Well, I've appointed the public defender in your case. You've got to talk to your public defender about that, okay? Do you have a public defender in the other case?
Yes.
Okay. All right, very good.
So,
No contact with
So
Will Barrett.
I stay here until the 8th. I'm at the night for here.
Yes, ma'am. You're entitled to a bond on this case. I'll set the bond at $1,000, and on this case, we'll see you back to court on June 9th in front of Judge Merritt as well.
So I can get out today if I get bond?
No, ma'am, I'm revoking your bond. We'll see you back to court on June 9th. Michelle Garner.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
6/27/85.
You were here today for driving under the influence. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. I see she's got a 2017 DUI. And I also saw the horrible behavior as written out in the probable cause affidavit. Is there anything else I need to know?
She also has a resisting in 2005, so it's not the first time she's had bad behavior.
Resisting what?
A resisting law enforcement in 2005.
2005.
Yeah.
All right, I have an address here, Mountain Dove Road in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
All right, where do you live?
11019 Spoonville Road, Wekiwachi.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
Almost a year now.
Okay. Your driver's license, the DMV paperwork has that as just your mailing address, but has your residence on the Mountain Dove Road. Is that not correct?
No, that's not correct.
Okay, you need to get that fixed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I work at Cody's Roadhouse as a server.
Okay. All right, well, I have to take in light the fact that this is potentially your second DUI within 5 years, and the combative behavior that was illustrated by you with the jail staff last night or early this morning. And taking all that into consideration, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. We'll see you back to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Nina Wilkins. All right, can I have your date of birth?
4/26/1995.
All right. Ms. Wilkins, you were here today for a domestic battery. I did not find probable cause for your arrest. Specifically, the law enforcement officer did not provide me with any evidence that there was a battery conducted against the will of anybody. As a condition, you're going to be released today, ROR. As a condition of that ROR, I'm going to order that you have no violent contact with Brian Carpenter. He has also been ordered not to have any violent contact with you. If there's any violent contact with either one of you while this case is pending, then both of you will violate this order and you will be held in custody without a bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I need to see you back to court on June 3rd. I'm only finding no probable cause based on that limited fact that they did not give me. That does not mean that they're not going to prosecute your case or be able to have evidence against you at a later date. It just means that I do not have it today. So I'll see you back to court on June 3rd at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you. Zachary Owens. Can I have your date of birth?
11/28/74.
Okay. You are here today for a possession of methamphetamine, 2 counts of possession of controlled substance, count of possession of cocaine, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I found probable cause for all 6 of those. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. You are also here today for a writ of bodily attachment with regard to failing to pay your child support payments. Any other criminal history?
Yes, Your Honor. He was in DOC in 2012. I'm not sure when he was released. He was also released from DOC in 2011. He went in 2010, so he was in twice in a row. He had 2010 fleeing to elude with lights and sirens. He was released from DOC in 2007. It looks like a lot of possession of cocaine, marijuana. I'm also seeing released from prison in 2006, so he's been to prison multiple times, so there's a lot of history. It looks like it's mostly for drugs, driving on suspended. He had a dropped resisting without violence, more drugs. All looks like it's in Hernando County. Cocaine. He has one with intent to sell back in the 90s.
All right, Mr. Owens, I have an address here on Jason Road. Is that where you've been living?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
8 months.
8 months.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I'm out of work right now. I was a landscaper.
Okay. Well, when were you last released from DOC? When you went in 2012?
17, ma'am.
2017, okay. All right. I'm going to set count number 1 at $10,000, count number 2 at $10,000, count number 3 at $4,000, count number 5 at $10,000, count 6, 2, 3, 4, I lost count. So count number 1 is at 10,000, count number 2 is at 10,000, 3 is at 4,000, 4 is at 10,000, count 5 is at 2,000, and count 6 is at 2,000. So, should be a total of 37,000. We'll see you back to court on June 1st at 1:30. Did you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office and someone will reach out to you soon, okay?
That's right.
With regard to the written bodily attachment, I'm going to ROR on that. He's going to be in custody and there's no ability to pay. Thank you. All right. I have a name on the list, but I don't have any paperwork on it. Justina Zawinski, is that someone who bonded? Or?
I got something late yesterday. that says she has warrants out of Sumter and Lake County.
Swinsky.
She was arrested here on these warrants.
I don't know. Joe, can you tell me what she's here today for? We don't have any paperwork on her.
Do you know anything about her? So that's all we got.
Do you have any idea? Okay. 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 It looks like Ms. Sowinski, do you have a Lake County case right now, pending Lake County case?
Yes. I do. Yes.
What is the charge on that case?
Petty theft.
Okay. It looks like, is it a new charge or a violation of probation?
Violation of probation.
So you haven't had any contact with the judges?
I
I don't know.
just got an email from Corporal Walton yesterday. I'm just looking at it right now, saying that she has a BOP no bond out of Lake County for case number 2019 MM 5063. She's been in custody since 4/24. And it just says, is there any way that we can handle this case today?
Well, I see that she also has
I don't know.
something out of Sumter, but maybe she hasn't been served the warrant for that.
I don't have any information on whether they're looking for a time served or reinstatement or anything like that.
I know
Go ahead.
my mom put in paperwork, I guess, to the judge over in Lake County to be sentenced without being present, so I can be sentenced in this county.
I understand that. I just don't know what the agreed sentence is.
15 days.
Well,
We gotta.
okay.
Like, it's in my court dockets, that 15 days. Even the detective that brought me in for the investigation, for Anthony Cox.
Do you happen to know the name of your prosecutor in your case, or what judge you're in front of, or anything?
Judge Baxley.
Baxley? Okay. Do you guys have any line to Lake County where you can reach out to somebody?
Yeah, I can reach out to Lake, but I also have to speak to Sumter. I have the names of I printed the.
Do you know what's going on in Sumter County?
I'm on bond.
You've already posted a bond in Sumter?
Yes. And my bond, I don't have a court date until May 29th.
Okay. Is that for a misdemeanor or felony?
Misdemeanor.
Alright, so what do y'all want me to do?
I'll make sure somebody reaches out to Sumter and Lake and find out what they want to do with these. If she has the open Sumter, I don't know if they're gonna.
Okay. Alright,
I don't
so the only issue is we don't know what the state, we want to make sure that we're not doing anything that the prosecutor in Lake County doesn't want us to do. Do you have more information?
Okay.
Okay. But it still doesn't have what the sentence should be, right? No. Okay. Alright. So,
Like, I know it's in my court dockets online. Like, my mom was even able to look
is
it up.
there anything saying what they're looking like? Yeah. Yeah. We're just checking right now to see if there's a recommendation from probation. If there is.
I think it's Miss Johnson or Miss Johnson. And she's the one I put in originally for the 15 days.
Yeah. I mean, I see the warrant, I see the violation of probation. There was a violation of probation report and affidavit filed, 7 pages long. So maybe there's something in there that we can.
Yeah, it's the very last docket online.
Yeah.
Because even my mom was able to look it up.
It looks like it might just be for financials.
Because I know my financial stuff, it's supposed to be, they're able to lean on me
for probation and the restitution fines, and then 15 days times, 15 days is what they're supposed to give me.
Okay, hold on.
That's the very last copy online.
Okay, we're figuring it out.
Alright.
Your Honor, where do we think the judges put something?
The clerks have access to CSIS. I don't have access to it.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the violation of probation report and affidavit filed on February
See
2nd,
if there's a wreck on that.
which I have in my hands right now, because my clips are amazing.
Should be one of the
All right,
last
so
things
let's
on
see.
the-
Recommendation, okay. Based on the defendant's noncompliance with the instructions, and they're recommending 15 days in jail. Outstanding probation fees and mandatory cost outstanding restitution fees as a lien. So that's the recommendation from probation.
And is that the agreement that we have with the court in Lake?
What do you
The
mean?
judge that,
Well, this is just the recommendation from probation. Do you want to read it? It's just the.
Yeah, I have it.
recommendation.
I have
Oh,
it.
okay.
I just talked to Walton. She said that she was under the assumption that you wanted anyone that was in the circuit that was like
Yeah, I
here
know.
and they couldn't leave.
I don't know what they
So
do.
that's the only reason they brought her.
Yeah, and that's fine, because I don't know what the offer is.
Right.
They don't know what the judge
Yeah.
thinks.
Fees, we're allowed to take fees, but if I don't know what the offer is, I don't know. Okay. So based on that, what do you want me to do?
Here we generally go with the offer from probation, so the 15 days.
Okay. And I think she's got more than that in now, I think. But. She's been in since, how long have you been in on this for, ma'am? The violation of probation? When were you arrested?
The 24th.
Okay. Okay, today's the 8th, so what's that, 14 days?
Well, maybe 7 and 8 would be 15 days, exactly. Counting the 24th.
Well, there's only 30 days in April, right?
Yeah,
So,
but if you
okay,
count
so you
the
count the
day she
24th,
came
gotcha.
in, it'd be 15 days today.
Okay, so she's been 15 days exactly. Okay. So can the jail tell me, is there a hold out of Sumter County on her? So can't do anything if there's a hold.
One second, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ma'am, we're just showing the Lake County at this time.
Okay.
I haven't missed any court dates in Sumter or anything.
Okay. And that's for possession of paraphernalia?
Yes.
When is your court date set in Sumter?
May 29th.
Okay. Who's that in front of? Do you know Judge Militello?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not really sure how he's doing his pre-trials on the 29th, whether she can go or not. But all right, so here's what we'll do. You have this Lake County violation of probation. The recommendation for probation is 15 days jail. So based on that, I will go ahead and take your plea today and take care of that for Lake County. But you still have this Sumter County issue going on. You have court set on May 29th. You need to reach out to the clerk of court or to the judge's office over there to find out how they are conducting court on May 29th, or if that case has been reset to another time. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, that you're giving up your rights to have a hearing?
Yes.
You're giving up rights to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay, with regard to this violation of probation on this Lake County case 2019 MM 5063, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes.
I accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation. Sentence you to 15 days in the Hernando County Jail. I'll give you credit for the 15 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution and the cost of incarceration assessed against you. Did you do all 15 days here in Hernando?
I think so, and I had time in before the date.
Okay.
I don't know if that, like, all goes through or not.
All right, we'll have the clerk of court figure that out. Okay, so this will clear up this case today. You are releasable on this case today. Just make sure that you don't miss your court date in Sumter County.
Okay, thank you.
And any fines and court costs or restitution that was assessed against you is going to be assessed as a lien now, okay?
Okay,
All right, thanks.
thank you.